Hello guys, this video I will show you how to make a dot plot. Okay, dot plot is a graph that help us compare different categories in the same plane or the same levels of lines. You can see that we have 5 subjects here, and we want to show the average score change. Maybe there were some interventions in this classroom in all areas, and we want to see which which subject has the highest gain. So in this case, you can see that literacy has the highest gain from the beginning, which is in the fall semester, up to the spring semester, okay, from 34 to 96. And the one that has kind of smaller gain because it's already high is creative arts. Okay, now the nice thing about the dot plot is that it play with our strength of perception. We are really good at comparing line on the plane. Okay, this is the line and the length of the line that is easy for us to understand, right? Even though the starting point is not the same, we can kind of see really clearly which one is larger or has the higher width comparing to the others. Okay, so that's the premise of this data. And if you have different kind of data that are similar to this, okay, dot plot might be your go-to chart. Okay, so let's see how are we going to plot this. The trick is this dot spacing. This is the space where we order our items, right? I'm gonna increase the size here a little bit, and this one we go from creative art, which is the lowest, to the literacy, which is the highest. But this is nothing more than just the order of the line. Okay, so we will begin with this with the spring and dot space. Okay, we are going to plot the beginning point later on, and we are going to add the labels as the last step. Okay, let's do this. We're going to go to the insert and then go to the scatter plot, and then just pick the normal one, the default one, right? No big deal, right? We have this at the beginning. You can see that this is the dot space with 69. It belongs to literacy, right? And then what we're going to do next is we are going to add another series. Okay, so this is the key. We are not going to create another chart. We are going to add another series, which is the fall series. Okay, so click on the chart if you're not clicking it right now. Go to the chart designs, this contextual menu, and then click on select data. Now we are going to add data, but let's observe what's the data that we have right now from the beginning when we have column C and column D. If you go to edit, just to see the structure of it real quick. Okay, so the structure of it is like this. The sheet or the series name is dot space, right? It is just the title. We are going to delete it later, so don't worry about it. Now the x-axis, which is the dot on the line. Okay, 69 is this, right? 77 and then 75 here, and then we have 89 and 100. So keep in mind that this is the x, this is value of the x-axis, and the series of the y-axis is just the order. So that's the key, is the order. So keep this in mind. Okay, all right, the y is the order. All right, so now remember that, and we are going to add another one. This is the spring, right? So click on this spring, and the x is the actual value, so go ahead and pick them, the actual value. The y, delete the default, and then go ahead and pick this order. All right, now you see the magic. The order just help us lay out the item on the right location. Okay, from the number 5, which is literacy, and then language, and then mathematics, science, and then creative art. Click OK. Very nice. Now you have it. you have the beginning and the end, or the fall and the spring. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is we want to increase the dot, okay, to make it look nicer, because we want to put the label inside. So let's go ahead and do that. Click on the dot, then click on the marker, and then go to marker option. Go to the built-in. We will stick with this circle, but we will increase this one a lot. Let's go to maybe 14. All right, and well, that's it. Go to 14. This one is the beginning, so let's put it in gray. Oh, sorry, for the marker, let's change it in gray. Maybe darker gray like this. And we don't need the border, so get rid of that. Now let's go to the end, which is the one that we put our action color. So it's circles and then 14, right? And fill, no border, and then click on orange. All right, so we have it, the beginning and the end. Now you have to add the values of the x-axis, not the y. All right, so go ahead and click it, and then add the elements, data labels. Make sure that you add inside, and then also this one you are going to add inside. Now it's not quite right because you added into the you add the order. You didn't really add the value or the score. So we are going to make some changes on that. Okay, so let's click on it and then go to the I'm not sure which one, this one, the label options. Change from the y value to the x value. Here you go. And then this one also, change from the change from the go to the label option, click on the x and remove the y, and remove the leader line. We don't need that. And almost there, right? We just have to change the font, make it bold. Also this one, change the font and make it bold so that we can see it clearly. Okay, so almost there, right? The next thing that we want to do is, in this case, the score is only up to 100, not more than that. So it's kind of weird that we have it to 120. We're going to change that. Click on it. You should be right on the axis option. Move this, change it to 100, and then don't need it at all. All right, just focus on the number on the dots. Okay, now this is a fake order, so we don't really need it. Take it out, just delete it, just click and delete it. And one thing that you might notice right now is that, well, if I zoom in a little closer, you can see that the 100 here is like right behind 96. So they're not quite clear, right? We can change the order. If the dots are overlapping, we can change the order to make it look nicer, because we want to highlight the 100, not 96. So if you were in that position or in that situation that you want to change the order of the data, just go back to the select data, and very simple, just click on the fall, click on the fall, and then move it up like that. Okay, you might not see it's quite subtle, but it's actually move on top now, the number 100. Okay, so let's see what do we have left. The next thing is really tricky. We are going to add the label. Now this is probably one of the newest thing that you will figure out or you learn here. You will add the labels, and here you add the fake number 0. All right, so this is quite a cool trick. I'm going to move it up here a little bit, and then what we're going to do here is we are going to add the fake number that will make it disappear later, and then we will kind of hack into the data and put the label into it. So let's see how it works. So first of all, you are going to add another series. So let's go ahead and go to the data, select data, and then add another series. Add, this one is the labels, and this one, again, X value is all 0, right? The Y value, remove it, and then put this order in. So what you see here, you see those dots appear, which we will put the label on. Now, how are we going to do that? We will add the data label. Okay, so click on those series, those fake series that begin with 0, and then click on data labels. I'm gonna add it to the right so that you can see all this number. You can see number 5 here, right? 4, 3, 2, 1. So now this is the coolest trick. Okay, you are going to manipulate this item one by one. So click on it. Okay, click equal sign and then literacy. Press enter. See that you have literacy right there. And then now go to number 4. Click on equal sign and then click on language. Press enter. Click on number 3. Equal sign and then mathematics. Press enter. Number 2. Click on the formula bar again, click enter, and then click on science, press enter. Number 1, equal signs, and then creative arts, press enter. There you have it. So we don't really need this thing, the dot, right? We are going to make it disappear. So go ahead and go to the marker, then no fill, no border. It's gone, right? We only have the label that we hack the data into it. Now the nice thing about this is what you can do next is you can kind of move the label around, because this is going to turn into the length of the label. So let's try this. 20, enter, close, right? This one, let me try maybe 40, no, maybe 45. Okay, now this one, the third one, maybe 50. Too close. Maybe 40, 45, the same. Okay, good. Now next one is, let's try 80. 80 is probably too much. So 75, good enough. Now this one, it should be similar. So 76. Okay, that's good. So let's see what we have left. Let's go ahead and look at our finished work. The last thing here is the title. So go ahead and add back the title. I'm going to add the title back and I'm going to change it later. Chart title, click on it. Chart title. And we just need to copy this thing and then put it back here, right? All right, it's kind of big. And we just have to play with our action color here. I think it's a little too big, so I'm gonna reduce the font size and make it left aligned, and then move it on top here. Now the next thing you can see is we don't really need this line to make a block. We don't really need it. We just need the horizontal line. Okay, so we are going to remove it. The way to do it, again, click on this x-axis, the labels, and then click on this thing, and then go to the horizontal major grid line. Okay, so this is a horizontal major grid line right here, left and right. We don't really need it, so click on no line. Well, let's see if it's done. Okay, it looks pretty much the same. Okay, so that is how we make a dot plot. Pretty cool, huh?